Have you ever felt betrayed by someone you deeply loved and trusted? It's a pain that cuts deeper than any other, and it's exactly what King David experienced in today's story from 2 Samuel. Let's dive into chapter 15. We see Absalom, David's handsome and charismatic son, executing a masterful 4-year-long plan to steal the hearts of the people. He'd stand at the city gate, listen to people's problems, and say, "If only I were judge, you'd get real justice." He'd hug and kiss them, making them feel seen and heard in a way they felt the king no longer did. He was creating a shadow government, building loyalty to himself, not to his father, the king. Then, the moment arrives. Under the guise of fulfilling a vow in Hebron, Absalom declares himself king. The conspiracy grows strong, and the news travels fast. Imagine David's horror when a messenger arrives in Jerusalem and says, "The hearts of the men of Israel are with Absalom." David's reaction is immediate and heartbreaking. He doesn't fight, he flees. He knows this isn't just a political coup. It's a personal tragedy. He gathers his household and his loyal followers, and they abandon the capital city. As they leave, David walks barefoot, weeping, his head covered in grief. This isn't the mighty warrior who defeated Goliath. This is a broken father, mourning the betrayal of his own son. As David's sad procession makes its way out of the city, we see flickers of loyalty that must have been a comfort to his soul. Ittai the Gittite, a foreigner, refuses to leave his side, pledging his allegiance to David, whether in life or in death. Zadok and the Levites try to bring the Ark of the Covenant, but David sends it back, placing his trust completely in God's will. He says, "If I find favor in the Lord's eyes, he will bring me back. But if he says, 'I am not pleased with you,' then I am ready. Let him do to me whatever seems good to him." What incredible faith in the midst of despair. Now we move into chapter 16, and things get even messier. As David and his followers travel, they meet Ziba, the servant of Mephibosheth, Jonathan's son. Ziba brings supplies and tells David that Mephibosheth has stayed behind in Jerusalem, hoping to reclaim the throne of his grandfather, Saul. David, in his haste and distress, believes Ziba and rashly gives him all of Mephibosheth's property. We see how chaos and betrayal breed more confusion and injustice. But the most painful encounter is yet to come. A man named Shimei from the clan of Saul's family comes out and starts throwing stones and cursing David. He yells, "Get out! Get out, you man of blood, you worthless fellow!" He blames David for the fall of Saul's house. David's men are furious and want to silence Shimei, but David stops them. In a moment of profound humility, David says, "Leave him alone, let him curse, for the Lord has told him to. It may be that the Lord will look on my affliction and repay me with good for the cursing I am receiving today." David sees this public humiliation not just as an attack from an enemy, but potentially as a consequence allowed by God for his own past sins, particularly his sin with Bathsheba and Uriah. He accepts the suffering, hoping it might lead to God's mercy. Meanwhile, back in Jerusalem, Absalom enters the city, guided by David's own counselor, Ahithophel, who has turned traitor. To publicly and shamefully solidify his claim to the throne, Ahithophel gives Absalom some terrible advice: to go into his father's concubines on the palace rooftop in full view of all Israel. It was a shocking act of dominance and dishonor, severing any possible hope of reconciliation. These chapters are raw and emotional. They show us the devastating ripple effects of sin, the pain of family breakdown, and the agony of betrayal. But they also show us a picture of a humbled king who, in his lowest moment, casts himself entirely on the mercy and sovereignty of God. It's a powerful reminder that even when human relationships fail us, God's plan and his mercy endure. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive into 2 Samuel. If this story touched you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you then.